Waking up with critical car parts missing, South Austin neighbors are now the latest in a surge of crime targeting automobiles. Car part thefts are up more than 150% in Austin. CBS Austin's Jordan Bonke talked to someone who had theirs stolen just this week. Jordan, these parts can be stolen in less than a minute.
Hey Mo, we saw this on video today. These thieves will walk right up to the car and this catalytic converter is just right underneath. They make a clean cut and in some cases they melt that part down and they're able to sell it for quick cash.
As soon as she turned it on, made this loud, boom sound.
Justin says the noise his wife's car made after the muffler and catalytic converter were stolen earlier this week was so loud it set the alarm off at his South Austin home. Pictures show the thieves made 2 quick cuts before taking off with the valuable metals that make up a catalytic converter.
It sucks.
He says the repairs are estimated to be over $2,500. Both Justin and his wife are frontline healthcare workers, late to work that day.
It's just already hard on a lot of people, so something like this happening is just a lot, kind of the icing on top of the cake.
His neighbors shared this video from Tuesday. They told us off camera they have a metal barrier over their catalytic converter that kept thieves away this time. Because back in February, they were successful and got away with one in just under a minute.
They would just cut it right there, and then they're gone.
Stephen Luton with Dave's Ultimate Automotive says auto manufacturers use metals like platinum or rhodium for catalytic converters to convert environmentally hazard emissions. If you recycle one, it could typically pay anywhere from $50 to $250.
Melt it down and they get the money for it.
APD measures for the first 6 months of the year, theft of motor vehicle parts is up 156%, with just over 570 reported instances last year. So far, over 1,400 this year. And Luton has seen his fair share come through the shop recently.
About 10 cars.
He says cars higher off the ground, like trucks and SUVs, are easier for thieves to reach. His advice is to park in an enclosed garage, set a car alarm or anti-theft device, and some even weld metal barriers over them. Repairs these days cost both money and time.
People that don't have full coverage, of course, then it really hurts them in the pocket.
Now, these thieves are not stopping at neighborhood driveways. We got a recent report about AISD buses that had their catalytic converters stolen after some of these thieves cut through this metal wiring. We're live tonight in North Austin. Jordan Bonke, CBS Austin News.
Today, DSHS gave an update on COVID response as the number of Delta variant cases spikes. CBS Austin's Adela Uchida is live tonight. Adela, how about the breakthrough cases? A lot of people are curious about this. What did they have to say?
There is a lot of curiosity about that. You're right, Hema. And right now, DSHS says they're collecting data on breakthrough cases. What they do know so far is that someone with a breakthrough infection is much more likely to be mild versus someone with a COVID infection who's unvaccinated.
It's spreading much more rapidly among unvaccinated people than the viruses that we saw last year.
The number of hospitalizations for COVID across Texas is going up in every age group, and that includes kids. At the same time, the state's chief epidemiologist says even though there are breakthrough cases,
most vaccinated people are protected from getting sick with COVID-19, including this Delta variant. And those vaccinated people who do get sick with COVID-19 are likely to have a shorter, milder illness.
Today in Dallas, Governor Greg Abbott signaled there will be no change from the status quo.
Lockdowns are wrong during the course of a pandemic.
As the school year looms, the Department of State Health Services urges those who are unvaccinated, like kids under 12, wear their masks.
Our public health guidance is that anyone who is not fully vaccinated should wear a mask and physically distance.
But the governor again says there will be no mandate.
In Texas, there will not be any government-imposed shutdowns or mask mandates.
Now, government imposed also applies to school districts in terms of being a governmental unit. In the meantime, we are expecting to hear guidance from the Texas Education Agency sometime before the start of the school year. Live in Austin, Adela Uchida, CBS Austin News.
Austin ISD made an announcement to require masks on all school buses. In a town hall tonight, parents voiced their concerns about the year ahead. CBS Austin's Lindsay Regis is live tonight. Lindsay, what are parents most concerned about this school year?
Parents say they are still concerned about what's going on campus. They're mostly concerned about how virtual learning will work and how students will stay safe on campus. The first day of school for Austin ISD is in less than 3 weeks. Parents with children in kindergarten through 6th grade have one more day to decide whether they want their child to learn on campus or virtually.
Enthusiasm and safety can be both and rather than either or.
Superintendent Dr. Stephanie Elizalde says the district is looking at ways to make learning more safe on campus, including rapid testing, designated seating, and encouraging everyone to wear a mask.
Students riding our buses will be required to wear masks.
Parents learned at tonight's meeting not all safety protocols will carry over into this upcoming school year.
As far as the screenings go, we did remove the temperature checks. Just because as the pandemic has gone on, research in medical science has shown that it's not really as effective.
Austin ISD is limited by the governor's order on how they can protect students. However, the Department of State Health Services chimed in with their perspective on school safety.
CDC has guidance about operating schools safely, and TEA is coming out with guidance. In general, we do recommend, though, that anyone who's not fully vaccinated wear a mask when they are in a public setting, so with people outside of their household. And in addition to wearing a mask, do physical distancing.
For virtual learners, AISD says teachers who will be teaching virtually will not have to teach in person simultaneously, but there's a chance a student may not get a teacher at their campus. As for students on campus, there will be no separation between students who wear a mask and those who don't, but families will receive survey results on how many students plan to wear a mask on campus.
And the CDC is saying that it is safe for students to return, specifically even if there's high transmission, if masks are worn.
Parents have until tomorrow right before midnight to register their child for virtual learning. The first day for Austin ISD is August 17th. Reporting live, Lindsay Rakes, CBS Austin News.